You know. I never thought it would happen so suddenly. Point one day you're going about your routine, maybe sipping a cup of coffee while watching the birds outside your window, or folding laundry while your favorite radio station hums in the background, and the next, your doctor is saying things like blood pressure, cholesterol, or we need to talk about your heart. And you sit there thinking, when did this happen? You're not alone in that moment. That quiet confusion, that sense of, I've done everything right, haven't I? I hear it from people every single day. Good people. Smart people. People who've lived full lives, raised families, worked hard, and just want to enjoy their golden years in peace, not in pain, not in hospitals, not with a drawer full of pill bottles they can barely pronounce. But here's the part no one tells you: it's not always the big things that sneak up on us. It's the little ones, the things hiding in plain sight, the things we eat every single day without thinking twice. So let me ask you something: when was the last time you looked at your plate and wondered, is this food helping me live longer, or quietly shaving years off my life? I don't mean to scare you. I mean to wake you up. Because if you're over 60, there are foods, common, everyday foods, that are doing more harm than you realize. And they don't come with a warning label. They don't show up with flashing lights. They show up in familiar packages, comforting smells, or even old family recipes passed down from a different time. And I know, change is hard. Especially when food is more than just fuel, it's memories, culture, comfort. It's dinner with friends. It's Sunday breakfasts with the grandkids. It's your favorite treat after a long day. But if I told you that just a few simple changes could give you more time, more energy, and maybe even more life, would you want to know? Good. Because today, I'm going to walk you through 10 foods that secretly shorten your life after 60. And I'm not going to throw scary facts at you and leave you hanging. I'll tell you why these foods are risky, what they do inside your body, and most importantly, what you can eat instead that's just as satisfying, but won't rob your future. You ready? Let's start with the biggest one first. Point 1. Processed meats, the dangerous bite we never question: bacon, ham, sausage, deli turkey. They become staples in so many homes. I used to make a ham sandwich every day around noon. 2 slices of white bread, a little mustard, a few thin slices of deli meat, maybe a pickle on the side. It was simple. It was tasty. It felt harmless, but here's what I didn't know: those meats are loaded with sodium nitrites and preservatives that are linked to heart disease, high blood pressure, and even cancer. According to the World Health Organization, eating processed meats regularly increases your risk of colorectal cancer. Not by a little. By a lot, and the problem gets worse as we age, because our bodies become less efficient at filtering out those harmful chemicals. The heart doesn't recover like it used to. The digestive system slows down. Everything becomes a little more sensitive, and these meats hit harder. So what can you do instead? Try roasting your own turkey or chicken breast at home. Slice it up and keep it in the fridge. It's fresher, it's cleaner, and you avoid all those hidden chemicals. I started doing this, and honestly, it tasted better. There's something about knowing exactly what's going into your body that brings peace of mind. Point 2. Sugary breakfast cereals, the sweet start that turns sour. You wouldn't pour candy into a bowl and call it breakfast, right? But that's exactly what a lot of cereal companies are doing. They just give it a different name. Even cereals marketed as heart healthy or whole grain are often packed with sugar. Some have more sugar per serving than a donut. And let's be honest, how often do we stop at one serving? What's worse is that starting your day with a sugar spike sets off a chain reaction in your body. Your blood sugar rises fast, then crashes. That mid-morning fatigue? That foggy brain? That's the crash. And over time, this constant roller coaster increases your risk for type 2 diabetes and weight gain, 2 things that are harder to fight after 60. Try this instead. You go for plain oatmeal topped with fresh fruit and a few walnuts. Or scramble a couple eggs with veggies. Simple. Nourishing. No crash. Point 3. Canned soups, the silent sodium bomb on a cold evening. A warm bowl of soup feels like a hug in a bowl. But most canned soups are hiding something dangerous: sodium. Lots of it. Sometimes up to 900 milligrams per serving. And let's be honest, nobody eats just one serving. Too much sodium puts extra strain on your heart, your kidneys, and your blood pressure. And after 60, those organs are already working overtime. I'm not saying never eat soup. I'm saying try making your own. It's easier than you think. Throw some carrots, celery, garlic, and a little shredded chicken into a pot with low sodium broth. Simmer. Done. You've got comfort food without the heart attack risk. Point 4. Soda, the sweet killer. Now I know what you might be thinking, I don't drink soda that often. But even 1 or 2 cans a week can have long-term effects. Regular soda is pure liquid sugar. It spikes your insulin, taxes your liver, and leads to weight gain, fatty liver disease, and even dementia. And don't get me started on diet soda. It might have 0 calories, but studies suggest it can still mess with your brain chemistry and increase cravings. What's better? Good old-fashioned water. If you need flavor, add a slice of lemon or cucumber. You'll feel better, sleep better, and your joints will thank you. Point 5. White bread and refined grains, the disguised danger. White bread. White rice. Regular pasta. These foods might feel harmless, but they've been stripped of fiber and nutrients, leaving you with empty calories that spike blood sugar and offer nothing in return. After 60, digestion slows, and fiber becomes your best friend. It keeps things moving, lowers cholesterol, and helps prevent blood sugar spikes. The switch: whole grain bread. Brown rice. Quinoa. Whole wheat pasta. Once your taste buds adjust, you won't miss the old stuff. Promise. Point 6. Margarine, the healthier lie. We were sold for years. We were told margarine was better than butter. Heart healthy, they said. Turns out, many kinds of margarine were packed with trans fats, the kind that clog arteries and shorten lives. Even today, some margarine brands use oils that create inflammation in the body. Inflammation is the root of so many problems: arthritis, heart disease, even some cancers. A better choice: use real butter in moderation, or go with olive oil. Your body knows what to do with real food. It struggles with fake ones. Point 7. Fried foods, the crunch that comes at a cost. Fried chicken. French fries. Onion rings. They taste good, don't they? But they're cooked in oils that oxidize at high heat, creating compounds that age your cells and stress your heart. Plus, fried foods often lead to weight gain, and extra weight after 60 can be a serious burden on joints, the heart, and even your mood. Try this instead of bake. Roast. Air fry. You still get the crunch, without the cardiac risk. Point 8. Store-bought pastries, sweetness with a side of regret. Donuts. Muffins. Cakes. They're easy to grab and go, but they're filled with sugar, refined flour, and unhealthy fats. They spike your blood sugar and offer no nutrition to back it up. If you're going to enjoy a treat, make it at home. Use natural sweeteners like honey or fruit puree. That way, at least you know what's going in and you can control the portions. Point 9. Ice cream, the frozen trap. It's a comfort food. A joy food. But most ice creams are loaded with sugar and saturated fats. That one small bowl can send your blood sugar soaring and leave your body struggling to recover for hours. Try this instead: a frozen banana blended with a little peanut butter and cocoa powder. You won't believe how creamy and satisfying it is without the sugar crash. Point 10. Alcohol, the small glass that adds a little wine now and then? Fine. But daily alcohol, even in small amounts, can affect your liver, interfere with medication, dehydrate your body, and raise your blood pressure. And the older we get, the less efficiently our body processes it. Better choice: limit it to special occasions. You'll sleep better, think more clearly, and stay more balanced, literally and emotionally. So, how are you feeling? Maybe a little surprised. Maybe a little frustrated. I get it. It's hard to hear that some of the things we've loved our whole lives might not be loving us back anymore, but here's the truth: this isn't about restriction. It's about freedom: freedom from feeling tired all the time, freedom from doctor visits and rising numbers, freedom to enjoy your grandkids, your garden, your travels, your life, with the energy and clarity you deserve. Of the foods we eat either feed our future, or steal it, but the good news is it's never too late to change. In the next chapter, we'll talk about how to rebuild your kitchen, your habits, and your mindset without giving up joy, flavor, or the little pleasures that make life sweet. You ready for that? Now, before we dive into the rest of the foods that might be secretly harming your health, let me take a quick moment to say this: I know all of this can feel overwhelming. You might be thinking, I've been eating some of these foods for years. Is it too late for me to make a change? And my answer to that is a heartfelt no. It's never too late. The body is an incredible thing. Even in our 60s, 70s, and beyond, small changes can lead to big differences. So don't beat yourself up. You're here now. You're learning. And that's the most important step. Okay, let's keep going. #4. Processed meats, like bacon, ham, and sausages. Oh, I know. A good piece of bacon in the morning, or a deli sandwich for lunch, it's been a part of the American kitchen forever. But here's the truth we don't hear enough: processed meats are full of nitrates and sodium. These additives are used to preserve color and shelf life, but research has found that nitrates can increase your risk of certain cancers and heart problems, especially as we age. The World Health Organization has actually classified processed meats as a Group 1 carcinogen. That means there's clear evidence they can cause cancer, just like smoking or asbestos. Now, does that mean if you eat a slice of ham once in a while, you're doomed? Absolutely not. But it does mean that regularly eating these meats, especially if you've been doing it for years, can slowly chip away at your health. So what can you do instead? Try roasting your own chicken or turkey at home and slicing it up. That way, you skip the chemicals but still get the protein. #5. Sugary cereals. This one might surprise you, especially if you like to start your morning with something quick and easy. But the truth is, many cereals, even ones labeled healthy or heart smart, are loaded with sugar, and sugar, especially in the morning, can send your blood sugar levels on a roller coaster ride. That's hard enough on a younger body. But after 60, those spikes and crashes can leave us feeling tired, foggy, and irritable. Not to mention the increased risk of diabetes and inflammation. When you combine that with the fact that many of these cereals offer almost no real nutrition, just empty calories, you've got a recipe for slow decline. A better option? Oatmeal made from real oats. Add a few nuts, some berries, maybe a little cinnamon. It's warm, comforting, and gives your body steady energy. #6. White bread and refined grains. I grew up on white bread. It was in every lunchbox and on every dinner table. But what we now know is that white bread is made from refined grains that have been stripped of their fiber and nutrients. Without the fiber, your blood sugar can spike quickly. Over time, that leads to insulin resistance and weight gain. And for seniors, who often already struggle with digestion and blood sugar balance, refined carbs can silently do damage day after day. Whole grains, like whole wheat, brown rice, and oats, help keep you full, regulate blood sugar, and even reduce cholesterol. It's a small change, but trust me, it makes a world of difference. #7. Fried foods. Now I know I'm stepping on toes here. Fried chicken, French fries, onion rings, they taste so good, I get it. But the oils used to fry foods at most restaurants or fast food joints are often cheap, highly processed oils that are full of trans fats and omega-6 fatty acids. These contribute to inflammation, clogged arteries, and even memory issues. One study found that people who ate fried food 4 or more times a week had a significantly higher risk of early death. That's not something we can ignore. So what's the alternative? Try baking or air frying at home. It gives you that crisp, comforting texture without all the harmful fats. You can still enjoy your favorites, just in a healthier way. #8. Soda and sugary drinks. We've all heard that soda is bad for us, but I want to talk about why. When you drink soda, you're flooding your body with sugar, and I mean flooding. One can of soda often contains more than 30 grams of sugar. That's more than your body needs in an entire day, and what's worse, your body doesn't get full from liquid calories. So you end up eating just as much food, on top of all that sugar. That leads to weight gain, insulin resistance, and inflammation, all of which become harder to fight after 60. Even diet soda isn't safe. The artificial sweeteners can mess with your metabolism and even trick your brain into craving more sweets. Try switching to herbal teas, lemon water, or just plain sparkling water. Your body will thank you, and surprisingly, your taste buds will adjust quickly. #9. Frozen dinners and TV meals. These can seem like a convenient option, especially when cooking for 1 or 2 people feels like a chore. But most frozen dinners are high in sodium, preservatives, and unhealthy fats. The portions can also be small, leading you to eat more than one or to snack afterward. Too much sodium raises your blood pressure, strains your kidneys, and contributes to bloating and water retention. That's why people often feel sluggish and puffy after eating frozen meals regularly. I'm not saying you have to cook from scratch every night. But if you batch cook once a week, make a big pot of soup or a healthy casserole, you can freeze your own meals. That way, you know exactly what's in them. #10. Excess alcohol. I want to be very gentle here, because for many people, a glass of wine in the evening is a source of joy, relaxation, and even connection. And in moderation, certain kinds of alcohol, especially red wine, have been shown to have some benefits, but the key word here is moderation. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to alcohol. Our liver processes it more slowly. It can interact with medications. And it can affect balance, memory, and mood. Drinking too much, even just 2 or 3 drinks a night, can increase the risk of liver damage, heart disease, and certain cancers. That if you enjoy a drink now and then, just be mindful. Sip it slowly. Make sure you're staying hydrated and nourished. And never use alcohol as a way to numb emotions or escape stress. If you find that happening, talk to someone. You're not alone. Not so. That was a lot, wasn't it? We've just gone through 10 foods that, while common, can quietly be working against your health, especially after 60. But here's the thing. This isn't about fear. This isn't about giving up every comfort food or living in constant worry. No. This is about awareness. About taking back control. It's about you waking up in the morning feeling more energized, moving with less pain, thinking more clearly, and living longer to enjoy your family, your friends, and the life you've built. In the next part of our conversation, I want to shift gears a bit. Now that we know what to avoid, let's talk about what we can add. Foods that nourish, protect, and support us, because it's not just about what we take away, it's about what we bring in. And trust me, this next chapter is going to feel good. You're still here with me. That means something important. You care. You're not just watching a video. You're making a decision, a powerful one. To learn, to grow, and to take better care of yourself. And I want you to know. I'm proud of you for that. Now that we've talked about the foods that can quietly wear away at our health, let's flip the script. Let's talk about what you can eat. What you should eat, not just to avoid illness, but to actually feel better, more alive, more present, more you, because you deserve that. Let's talk about the foods that heal. You see, nature gives us more than just flavor. It gives us medicine in every bite if we know where to look. Let's start with leafy greens: spinach, kale, Swiss chard, collard greens. They might not be the flashiest foods on the plate, but they are absolute powerhouses. They're packed with vitamins like A, C, and K. They help your bones stay strong, your eyes stay sharp, and your immune system stay ready. Even more important? They're full of antioxidants that fight inflammation, the silent driver behind so many of the aches, pains, and illnesses we associate with aging, and they're easy to add into meals. Throw a handful into scrambled eggs. Toss them into soup. Add them to your sandwich. You don't have to overhaul your diet, just sneak them in. And next up, berries of blueberries, strawberries, raspberries. These little gems are sweet, delicious, and packed with compounds that protect your brain and your heart. One long-term study even found that people who ate berries regularly delayed cognitive aging by up to 2.5 years. That's real, meaningful time, more memories, more conversations, more moments that matter. And they're so easy. Keep a bag of frozen berries in your freezer and add them to oatmeal, yogurt, or even a smoothie. And now let's talk about healthy fats. For years, we were told that fat was the enemy. But now we know better. Your brain is mostly made of fat. Your hormones need fat. Your cells thrive on it, but not just any fat. We're talking about omega-3 fatty acids found in fatty fish like salmon and sardines, and in flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts. These fats help reduce joint pain, sharpen your memory, and protect your heart. If you're not a fan of fish, don't worry, there are good supplements out there too. Just make sure they're from a quality source. Beans and lentils are another quiet hero. They're rich in protein, fiber, and minerals like magnesium and potassium. They help stabilize your blood sugar, support your heart, and keep digestion moving smoothly, something that becomes more important as we get older. Even better? They're affordable. A bag of lentils or beans costs just a couple of dollars and can stretch into multiple meals. And nuts and seeds: almonds, walnuts, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds. These tiny things are loaded with nutrition. They're heart healthy, rich in good fats, and help you stay full longer. Just a small handful a day can make a big difference. And don't forget about fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, and kimchi. They support your gut, which we're now learning plays a huge role in your overall health. Even your mood. An unhealthy gut can affect your energy, sleep, and even your immune system. But a healthy gut? That's like having an army of tiny helpers keeping you strong from the inside out. And water, please, don't underestimate it. As we get older, our sense of thirst can fade. But our need for hydration doesn't. Every single cell in your body depends on water to function. Fatigue, brain fog, constipation, even joint pain, sometimes these things are just your body's way of saying, I'm thirsty. Try sipping water throughout the day. Herbal teas count too. And if plain water feels boring, add a slice of lemon, cucumber, or a splash of juice. Let me pause here and say something important: you do not need to be perfect. This isn't about following some trendy diet or eating only organic superfoods from a health store. This is about progress, not perfection. Even 1 or 2 small changes can lead to real results. Less pain in your knees. A clearer head. More energy to play with your grandkids, or go for that walk, or simply enjoy your morning without dragging through it. And here's what I want you to remember: this isn't about taking things away. It's about giving yourself more and more strength, more clarity, more life. Every bite is a chance to feed the body you still have, the life you're still living, the time you still get. You're not too old. You're not too late. You are exactly where you need to be right now to take the next step. And if no one's told you lately, I'm proud of you. Not just for watching this, but for caring enough to learn, for staying curious, for not giving up. And now, as we close, I want to leave you with just a few simple tips that can help you make this journey easier. 1. Start with one thing. Don't try to change everything overnight. Pick one food from the avoid list and replace it with something better. When that feels easy, try another. Point 2. Keep healthy foods in sight. When good choices are right in front of you, fruit on the counter, water bottle by your chair, you're more likely to reach for them. Point 3. Don't go it alone. If you have a spouse, a friend, a neighbor, share this video with them. Cook together. Encourage each other. Health is easier when it's shared. Point 4. Be kind to yourself. There will be days when you eat the wrong thing. That's okay. What matters is that you keep going. Keep choosing yourself. Point 5. Celebrate the small wins. Did you drink more water today? Great. Did you skip the soda? Amazing. Did you try a new veggie? That's progress. You are capable of so much more than you think, and I believe in you. Thank you for spending this time with me. You've already taken the most important step, and that's showing up. If this video helped you, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What change are you most excited to make? What food are you ready to say goodbye to? And if you know someone who could use this message, don't keep it to yourself. Share it, because it's not just about food. It's about living longer, living better, living with joy. And you, my friend, are worth every bite. Take care of yourself. You're not alone on this path. And I'll be here anytime you need a little guidance, a little motivation, or just a friendly voice to remind you, you still have so much life ahead. Let's make it count. Until next time.